Hello good people, it's Jason with Green Country Agroforestry back again with the next episode of Can I Plant That? This will be number 4 in this series, and as is customary for these sorts of videos, I like to show you what we've done previously, sort of catch you up, show you what's worked, what hasn't worked, and what our progress is thus far. I'm in the front yard right now with our potatoes, and I'm getting ready to mulch in the Norland red potatoes that we planted in episode 1. And as these are a determinate type of potato, the Norland Reds are going to produce potatoes once in their life cycle and then be done. So I really only need to heap up the mulch around them or hill them once, and the potatoes can develop under that nice layer of mulch without greening and having problems. All right, now over here on the other side of the front yard, we planted our Russet Burbank potatoes. These are looking really nice. And of course, unlike the Norland Reds, these ones are a indeterminate potato, which means they're going to keep on growing and producing potatoes as long as I keep on mulching up around the foliage. Let's get that done real quick. Well, those potatoes turned out great, didn't they? Well, if you'll recall, in episode 2, we didn't plant anything. We just went over a few items that we could plant in the future. But in episode 3, we did the bell pepper and celery and fennel seeds. And although I've already potted up the bell peppers and sent them out to some neighbors, I did take some footage, and let's go ahead and show that to you right over here. Celery, nothing but mold and some algae. Fennel, nothing but mold and some algae. Bell pepper, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 of the pepper seeds sprouted. And there were... And today, we're going to plant some corn. Now it's, this day, May the 3rd, a little bit late for planting corn in all actuality, but today we're planting popcorn, which is a kind of flint corn. It has a shorter growing season than the sweet corn, which take up to 90 days or even more in some cases. So it should be able to grow and reach maturity before it gets cold in the coming fall, well before then. So what we're going to do is, here's this spot right here where you see that dirt, bare dirt right over there. I put down a little bit previously, I put down a sheet of paper and then layered over about 3 buckets full of that mushroom compost topsoil mixture that I've got with the worms in it. And I'm getting ready to soak that really good so I don't have to water afterwards. And we'll do that real quick. Alright, well, now that I've got the planting area good and muddy, I'm going to go ahead and put some holes in there with a chopstick about 4 inches apart. Now I'm going to use this little invention of mine. I call it a planting board. Made this last year for planting garlic, and it uses hex packing. It's very interesting. You notice that the holes are not immediately aligned up with each other, but they're based upon putting these circles, each of them 4 inches in diameter, as close together as possible. And that lets me get as many plants into as tight an area as I possibly can and still maintain that 4-inch spacing. So I'm just going to lay this board out, poke some holes, we'll drop some corn in, and that'll be just about it. Alright, so dead center of each one of these plantings, that's okra in there.
That's what?
Okra. I put okra in there.
Oh, you've been going around some. I just didn't realize that.
Yeah. So I put the okra down a couple days ago, and now I'm coming back with the chickpeas, putting the chickpeas in a circle around where the okra is. The okra will grow up much, much taller than the chickpeas will.
Sort of a layer.
So yeah, once again, stacking functions, planting in layers.
Aren't your chickpeas, if they grow a foot and a half, aren't they a little close together?
That one's just falling apart.
Here, birdie. Aren't your chickpeas a little close together if they get like a foot and a half?
Foot and a half would be about the maximum spread. But close planting, they'll support each other. They'll lean on each other for support. They're singing. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. Sing it with me. No?
I have vegetables for egg on them.
So we have to grow chickpeas because this pear tree isn't ready yet.
Yeah.
We
So
have
that's
to.
a permanent crop.
We have to grow chickpeas
Or a temporary crop.
We have to grow chickpeas because this hazelnut isn't ready yet.
This is our future beef right here. We'll call him steak. No, we'll call him prime rib. Now you gotta name your animals after food.
We have to grow chickpeas because this pecan tree isn't quite ready yet.
You still got nuts from last year.
Yeah.
Look at all those tassels.
Yeah, it's making nuts, but it'll make a lot more whenever it gets done. Whenever it gets big and old. So as far as crops go, this is what you want right here. This is where it's at. Your perennial crops. You plant them, they grow, they produce food year after year after year. This tree will live for 40 years or so, maybe more.
Okay, let's say somebody's buying a new house.
Yeah.
Or an old house that's new to them. What's the first tree you plant?
Whichever one is going to take the longest to reach maturity.
Pecan tree?
Pecan, walnut, Carpathian walnut, English walnut.
Let's see if you plan on keeping the tree in the tree and the house and the property and the family, I guess.
Yeah. Well, even if you don't,
somebody can eat it, right?
Somebody's going to, yeah. Yeah, that's the idea. Somebody's going to eat it.
Don't walnuts have particulars?
Walnuts produce a hormone that they send out through their roots that interferes with the growth of some other plants. Not all other plants. Some are able to grow alongside walnut, some aren't. I don't have a list of them memorized that I could just rattle off the top of my head.
So you have to get tree buddies. That's why you picked pecans and then later these hazelnuts.
That's why I do pecans and not walnuts. Pecans don't have that. Don't have that issue of not playing nice with others. Now that a couple of weeks have gone by, let's have a look and see how well the chickpeas have sprouted. That's an Aleagnus, that's not a chickpea. Those are chickpeas. There's chickpeas and okra. Chickpeas. More chickpeas. Chickpeas and okra. Well, there we go. We've got quite a few of them that have come up, and of course there's the russet potatoes and a pear tree. Alright, now we've seen the chickpeas. Let's have a look at that little patch of corn. And there it is. Now there is a couple of places where I need to thin out a little bit, but for the most part you can see it as it is right there. Those corn stalks are spaced, although it doesn't look it, 4 inches apart. Isn't that something? Well, that's all we've got for you today, good people. As always, if you found the video informative or entertaining, please hit the like button. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel, share this video, bang the notification bell, and I will catch you next time.